G'day, Alex Collins with the Bendigo Sheep and Lamb Market Report. Today we saw about 17,000 lambs yarded at Bendigo and about 10,500 sheep. It was a really good run of new season's lambs. Disappointingly, they met a little bit less demand than what we've seen over the preceding couple of weeks. In line with what happened from the mid part of last week onwards, where we saw the market come under a bit of pressure, these lambs today, as I said, met reduced demand from all the major processors. Lambs more like $7.80 to $8.30 in the new season run. They're 10 to 15 off in some places. A lot of lambs are a bit cheaper too, but there wasn't a lot of them to report on. So your good supermarket suckers, 180 to 210. The best of your heavy lambs, 220 through to a market top of about $270. In the old lambs, top of the market there for a magnificent pen of lambs, $280, as good as you'd see. But then, mixed in quality, big variance in cents a kilo rates in those old lambs. But I think, you buy a lot of those old lambs, from probably $7.50 through to $8.20 or $30. I thought the old lambs were probably least affected on the day. I thought it was the new season's lambs that were probably, cheaper than what we've seen the last couple of weeks, certainly. The sheep job, a massive amount of sheep coming forward due to dry seasonal conditions going to direct to work. So we saw a little bit of pressure come on that sheep job for sure too. Either side of $3, early threes for a few, prettier trade sheep. Would pull most of those up, but your big heavy sheep, 90 to 110, lighter sheep from $70 to $90, and if you're light and rough, 35 to 50 would encapsulate most of them. Going forward, our hope is that we see maybe a little bit of an uptick in demand. Once we see this first flush of suckers go through, that we can see, maybe a little bit of a gap in supply there. The other thing we'll have come online is, volumes start to increase with some of the majors to do, some of these European leg orders as we run up in the lead up to Christmas. So that is one of the more positive parts of it we'll see, but obviously the season's going to have a bit of a bearing on all of that. If you want to know anything about where best to market your lambs, give us a bell and we'll run you through a bit of that. Well done to Buster, who quite often does this report, but he's celebrating the premiership today, and we wish the Natty boys all the best. So we'll catch up with you next week. Thank you.